right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fight Underground, the Fight Council meeting where we talk about the week that was and set up the week that will be, all things Fight Underground. I am the Fight Director, Paul Atlas, and the head of the Fight Council. And as usual, I will be joined by several members of the Fight Council this week as we get into talks and debates about the matches that you had seen this week, the Underground Showdown, of course, between Brohemoth and Vance Strader that come out of Vance's demanding the invitation to Fight Underground. He cornered me in the locker room and demanded it. I gave it to him, and I set that match up with Brohemoth and Vance Strader. So we are going to talk about not only the match, but we're going to talk about the pre-fight press conference. We did not see the aftermath this week because as we went off the air, as you saw, a surprise drop by Brandon K as he decided to throw down a little bit of a challenge of his own. So we'll get to talking about that too as to why we didn't see the aftermath this week. But what we want to go right into, as usual, we have a Fight Council reveal this week, new member to the Fight Council, and that is Kato. Kato, of course, in Imagine Wrestling. He is the promoter for Imagine Wrestling. He has been involved also with us before, prior to starting Imagine. Kato has been in the business for quite some time. He is one great mind in this business. I've had the pleasure of being in the ring with Kato on many an occasion. I can tell you he is a top talent anywhere he is. And I am going to start off with Fight Council member Bubba Brewer. Bubba, I think out of all of us, you probably know Kato better than any of us. So talk about what Kato being added to the Fight Council can do for Fight Underground.
It can. It's a great asset. And how long is this show? Because I could talk about Kato for hours and hours. Mr. Ken Downs is one of the best in Western Pennsylvania. He has done everything. He actually is a great worker. He is a former founder of Keystone Championship Wrestling, and that company was one of the greatest companies in Western Pennsylvania. And also, guys, he also has started, and he's actually started Imagine Wrestling, which right now is one of the hottest companies going today. So with Ken on the council, Mr. Kato is very opinionated. He does stuff the way he wants to do stuff, and he makes no bones about it. That's how he trains guys coming up in the ring. He doesn't bullshit nobody. What you see is what you get with Kato. Sometimes personalities clash. Me and myself with Ken, we're like two rams on top of a mountaintop. I respect him as a worker. We've done a lot of good business together. Probably one of the greatest person to do business with in my career. And we went up and down, feuded for many years. So having Kato as a council member, he's going to bring it every time because, ladies and gentlemen that you're listening to, he lives and breathes professional wrestling. There isn't anything he doesn't know, and if he doesn't know it, he'll learn about it, and he'll tell you about it afterwards. So, like I said, I could spend this whole show talking about Kato, but we're going to move on because that's just how it's going to be.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah, Kato, very opinionated. I've been on many sides of the business with Kato. Like I said, I've been in the ring with him. I've booked Kato. I've been booked with Kato, by Kato. You're preaching to the choir on that one, Bubba. But this is also showing Imagine Wrestling now coming into the fold of Fight Underground. This is Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh wrestling coming together all over the area. It's a bond that's like no other right now.
Paul, I've been to those shows. Those shows are fan friendly, and I have great respect for Kato and Kato's staff on Imagine Wrestling. Matter of fact, I think I'm going next week to actually see the show. That's how much respect I have for Imagine Wrestling. They treat everybody great.
Sure,
so,
Kato has that old school mentality of the family friendly shows. Joining us again this week is Stacy Hunter. Stacy, I'm going to throw this over to you next. I know you've had some interaction with Cato over the years. Tell us a little bit about that and your opinion of Cato joining Fight Underground and Fight Council.
Actually, I've had very few interactions with Cato. I didn't work much in Central PA until when you guys were running up there a couple of years back. That was about it. But I think Cato is a really great addition to the underground. It'll be good to get into the Central PA area a little bit. He's going to bring a really different approach to the underground, to our council. So it's good to see him here with us.
All right, very good. Thank you, Stacy. Robert Parker Williams is back and joining us this week. RPW, Cato, Fight Council, what do you think, brother?
What a huge asset this is going to end up being for Fight Underground. His years of experience, his knowledge to this business. I'm excited. I think the fans are going to be excited. And there's only one thing that I can say. Cato!
The signature call. Yes. Sniper is also joining us this week. Sniper, talk about your experience in any, if any at all, with Cato and what you think this is going to do for Fight Underground.
I've known Cato since about 2006. He's a tremendous asset to the business and definitely a tremendous asset to Fight Underground. You always learn from Cato. He'll tell you if you did something wrong. He'll help you out. And with his new promotion, Imagine Wrestling, he has top talent. He's already had seminars to help these guys out, make them even better. And I think he'll bring the same knowledge and tutelage to Fight Underground as well.
Yes, you're touching on that. They have had quite a few seminars up there. Al Snow, Tom Pritchard. He had Manny Fernandez actually as a trainer for a short time up there. And I'm going to throw this out to the young guys on our roster. If you're not taking advantage of things like that, shame on you. Your ability to learn from these kind of guys is once in a lifetime opportunities. Last but not least, joining us from the House of the Yellow Wall, one cool cat, Justin Idol. Let's talk about Cato and joining the Fight Council here at Fight Underground.
I mean, what do you want me to say? You want me to say, oh, he's a great guy. Oh, he's an asset. Oh, he's, I don't know, what word did you use, Sniper? Titillage or something? I don't know. I
just did.
I mean, I'm not going to repeat what these guys say. Let me get a little more personal. Have you seen his wife? Woo, man, she's good looking, isn't she?
Oh,
man, but yeah. I mean, wow.
Hey,
there we go.
What?
Thank you.
What the heck was that?
I think he's still
Hello?
works.
Hello?
Justin. Yeah.
Do we just have...
What's...
Justin Idol. Do I have
Christ.
your attention now? Are you listening? Justin, if you let a 20-year-old rookie do this to you, then what the hell do you think I will do to you? Justin, lean in real close and listen. I am coming to end you.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Justin.
But as soon as he said that, Paul, as soon as he started talking about Cato, that video went up. So I tell you right now, Justin,
I don't
talk too much. You talk too much.
What in the world? I don't know who you pissed off, kid, but they've obviously got a real bone to pick with you, man. What is going on, Justin?
This has ruined my mood. This has ruined my mood.
They hate your guts.
Wait, hold on.
Damn, I don't think I'd be pissed anybody off that much.
I know. That's saying something.
I got it.
Right?
All right. We got the plastic hammer. Okay.
We're good. It's not. It's very hard plastic. It's very hard plastic. It hurts just the same. Hey, I want to know, whoever you are out there, I am 1-0. Don't mess with me. Okay. I don't even want to entertain this. I don't want to spend any more time on it. Yay, Cato, and woo, all this stuff, and the ghost or whatever's trying to haunt me in my life and stuff. And
Well, I'll tell you
I
what,
don't
it's really messing with my flow of the show here, Justin. So you might
Yes,
want
it did.
to figure it out because this is the second time we've been interrupted by this entity, if you want to say who's
Better sell some
obviously
Better sell some merchandise to get some security system around your house.
Hey, Bubba, go away.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
it's no joke. It's
I'm not going away.
my feelings for you are no joke, okay?
Oh,
My feelings for
okay.
you are a lot with diarrhea. I just can't keep them inside,
That's good.
okay?
Well, wipe your ass. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you.
Speaking of merchandise, the One Cool Cat t-shirt. For everyone in here, $50. But for you fans, the ones I dearly love with all of my heart, $20. Go to One Cool Cat Forever on Instagram right now.
All right, little plug there. Maybe you could use some of that money to hit up the pit bull rescue and get some dogs to protect your property there, kid.
No offense.
I'll tell you, that unnerved me even.
I didn't know what was going on again.
Let's see if we can get back on track here.
The funny thing is, I really have no idea. For you watching at home, I really have no idea who this is. I'm not kidding. This is not a work. I have no idea who this is. No idea. This is legit. We're getting videos. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think it's Bubba, but he's just whatever.
Oh, I wish it was, but it's not. I'm not going to waste my time to do a video. I'm just going to knock on your door and say hello.
That would be more terrifying than these videos.
Oh, it would be.
Yeah.
It would be. Yeah.
I bring pizza,
Anyway.
and I take a bite of the pizza, and then I wouldn't give you an empty box, and then I'd leave.
What does that even mean?
All right, I'm gonna attempt to get back on track here, and what I'm going to add at least.
I don't know what it means either.
As far as Cato, we now have, as I've stated, we have all these 3 current promoters now involved in Fight Underground. We have Rise Wrestling, Brandon K. We have RWA with Dr. Feelbad, and we also now have Altuna's Imagine Wrestling with Cato, all joining Fight Underground. So when we say Fight Underground's the place to be, we definitely mean that. So Cato, from me to you, brother, welcome to the Fight Council. Let's move on here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Underground Showdown. Right now, that again was the match that I made last week. Vance Strader and Brohemoth in the Alpha King division. And what can you say about that? Brohemoth made very short work of Vance Strader. I told Vance he had one chance. He had one chance to show. I'm going to hold my thoughts on that, but I'm going to start off with you, Bubba. What did you think? I mean, did Vance show you anything, or was that just too much of a mountain to climb?
I am very disappointed. I thought he would show more. I thought his interview with Brohemoth on the face-off was something. His intensity didn't relate to his in-ring performance, and Brohemoth just totally took him to the woodshed. So I was very disappointed. I thought he would have more, but he didn't.
Okay. Justin Idol, if you composed yourself, what did you think of this matchup? I mean, we said last week this was Vance Strader's one chance to prove if he is what Fight Underground, is he Fight Underground material? Bro made quick work of him. There's no two ways about that. So, Justin, let's get your thoughts.
Well, what I want to know is, what match are you talking about? Was there a match this week? No, I mean, I saw something that lasted, a minute and a half. Was that a fight? Is that what's considered a fight these days? I don't even know what to say. I'm surprised Brohemoth didn't beat him sooner. Didn't beat him faster. And while I'm talking about Brohemoth, let me say something about Brohemoth. The guy, he's a tough guy, but he kind of looks like a dweeb. Am I right? Or am I right? He's kind of dweeby, I mean, is that not the biggest video game controller you have ever seen? I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
I think he has a lot to work on. He can beat people up, but he's kind of, I think he's kind of an idiot. He's just a tough guy with no bronze. So he may have did what he did to Vance, but I don't know if he could do that to any other guys.
I can't wait till he does it to you.
He's not going to do it to me. No.
Oh, he's not.
You know what?
Because you'll run just as fast as you did in that video this week. You were running pretty fast.
I will not.
No?
I will not run. In fact, I will throw my hat in the ring again for mentorship. Brohemoth, pick me to be your mentor. Just think of what we could do together. We could play video games. We could eat pizza. We could play more video games. And maybe we'll fight some people in there for longer than a minute and a half. But you get what I'm saying. I'm the guy that could take you to the top.
Or maybe you're just trying to avoid a fight with him.
Exactly.
No, that's not it. No, that's silly. That's silly.
Okay.
But quit putting thoughts into my head, Paul.
Well, yeah, that's kind of tough to get inside that head. I don't know if I really want to be there, especially with all you got going on right now. RPW, brother, I'm gonna get you in on this conversation. The chance for Vance Strader to prove himself to fight underground against the big Brohemoth. Now, I know you've had some battles with Bro in the past, so you know what he's all about. What do you think about what happened? What do you think about Vance Strader?
Boy, you have one opportunity to make a first impression, and I think he took the opposite approach there. Bro ate him alive. You're right. I had some wars with Bro, and I'm barely walking. The last match that I had with him, I took his finisher 3 times, and it was rough. So he made short work of Vance, and I don't even know what else to say about it. He ate him alive, and Bro, I mean, I tip my hat off to you. You're tough, and you're exactly what Fight Underground is all about. Vance, good luck, man. I don't see how much more you're gonna last. Maybe you can prove us wrong. Maybe you can have a second chance. But right now, man, that was rough.
All right, thanks, RPW. Stacy Hunter, I'm going to bring you into the conversation right now. Vance Strader's one opportunity. I gave him one hell of a challenge, one mountain to climb, and we saw what happened. Let's get your thoughts on it.
He couldn't even begin to get up the mountain. Bro did exactly what we knew Bro could do, and that was just come in and steamroll him. So, yeah, Vance, you didn't even really have a chance. I mean, it was Brohemoth. I think you're just about done. You really didn't show nothing. Very disappointing effort from you, and I think that moves Bro up to the #1 spot.
Are you kidding me? The #1 spot? You must be joking.
Shut up, Justin. My 8-year-old son doesn't whine as much as you do.
Oh, he does. Stacy, are you a fart? Because you just blew me away. I don't even know what to say. #1? You're looking at #1. Sister?
No.
No, I'm looking at #2.
That's not funny.
And going down.
Justin, I gotta tell you, brother. I just got a message here. Apparently, Brohemoth would pick Dean Radford as a mentor over you.
Stop telling jokes. You're silly. Oh, geez,
Right.
I saw my shirt behind me. I thought someone was standing behind me. Holy smokes!
So if he does pick him, Paul, that means Justin eventually will have to face him in the ring. Oh, glorious!
That's no.
Oh, it's not going to happen ever. Oh, it will.
Nah. All right. Sniper, brother, I'm going to pull you in here right now. Let's talk a little bit about this match that just happened this past week.
Like I said last week on the write-in, it was put up or shut up. Brohemoth gave him his chance to give him one shot. He gave him a punch and didn't phase Brohemoth. We all figured that. But Vance Strader, I liked his interview, the pre-match, but you got in the ring, he didn't impress nobody. So if Fight Underground gives you another chance, you need to step it up. I don't know who you face, but maybe Justin should mentor him. So, and then to see what happens there, or Justin should wrestle Vance Strader next.
That's a possibility too. So you know what I'm going to say. Vance Strader took a chance. He got in my face, demanded his opportunity in Fight Underground. And, I was willing to give him that opportunity. I gave him an extreme challenge to meet. And let's face facts, he really did not, he didn't live up to it, man. I mean, he came in all fired up. He wanted Fight Underground. He wanted to be involved. So I gave him that opportunity. I gave him one of the biggest challenges here in Brohemoth. And, he talked a big game at the pre-fight press conference. But as each one of you guys have stated so far, as we've gone down the line talking about this match, man, bro just decimated him. So I really got to sit here and at least for my sake, as the fight director, and I run all these ideas by you guys as much as I can, but I really got to think long and hard as to whether Vance Strader is going to get a second chance in Fight Underground. But hey, Brohemoth, as far as maybe being number one, I don't know if we could say that based on the challenge, because it really wasn't that much of a challenge, I have to say. Again, I'm not trying to bury Vance Strader, but let's face facts, 90 seconds, man. Did Bro prove enough to cement himself in one of the top spots in Fight Underground based on that, or do we need to see more out of Brohemoth? RPW, what do you think about that?
So what I was just thinking, Paul, was while you were saying that, do you think Vance really even had a shot, though, against Brohemoth? Do you think that was a fair opportunity to make an impact?
It probably wasn't, in all honesty. I wanted to give him the biggest challenge just to see what he had in him. I will give him credit for standing in there and taking that beating. Was it fair? Probably not. So, yeah, you're right. Probably not.
But was it fun?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
well.
Probably for Bro.
Strader's not a small guy either, though. He should have stepped up and did a lot more. So him just being a bigger individual, he should have gave more of a fight.
I think,
That's what I'm thinking, too. I mean, Vance, it's not like it was with Tad versus Loss Prevention. Tad's a really skinny guy. Vance is bigger in stature, so you would think that he would have a better chance. Had he gone 5-6 minutes, maybe we would think differently, but 90 seconds really told us a lot about him.
I guess Vance strayed away from the challenge.
Jesus.
Oh man. Are you still here? Justin, you need to go check your locks.
Potter said he worked in Brohemoth before, correct, Potter?
Yes, sir. I worked him for like 6 months.
6 months. So you had more offense than what we saw the other day. More offense, got more and did more and had more heart and tenacity than what we saw, correct?
I did, but I'm not
Doesn't
gonna
matter.
I'm not gonna lie that I had some help behind me to help get that offense. I mean, I'll be fair when I say that I had 3 guys with me to help.
Okay.
But it took that. It took 3 of us.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sure. And as we talk more about this and we talk about was it fair or was it not, let's look at it this way. Let's talk about the well, very true. But let's talk about the perceived pedigree as well of Vance Strader. Our very own Quinn Magnum had a hand in training this young man. He has trained at the Wild Samoan Training Academy. So there is some pedigree there that you would think that he would be able to put up a great fight against a competitor like Brohemoth. So I think as far as fair goes, was it fair? Now I'm starting to think maybe it should have been fair, because if he would have taken those lessons that he learned in those places and translated that into that match, maybe he would have lasted more than 90 seconds. Again, not trying to bury the kid, but let's go back to like we talked about with the good guys in their very first match against Warhorse. Did he take it too lightly? Did he take that opportunity too lightly? I think he did. Yes, Justin? You look like you had something on your mind.
I can't disagree with that.
There's never anything on my mind. What are you talking about? That's how
Exactly,
I am. That's the way I am. I don't think.
That's exactly right.
Do.
There's nothing on
you don't
mind.
think. Yeah, we know. We know you don't think.
I'm a doer, not a thinker.
You're pissing people off left and right. Now, you might want to check your locks and windows there, kid. Anyway, all right. So we're going to move into a discussion here now that we have seen matches in all of our divisions, our Alpha King, our Duos, and our Virago. Let's talk about what we think. Who is ranked number one? Not in Fight Underground itself, but in each one of these divisions. And let's start off with the Alpha King division, the singles division. Let's talk about who we think the number one ranked fighter would be in each one of those divisions. And I'm going to start this conversation off with you, Bubba Brewer. You've seen all the matches in the Alpha King division so far. Who would you say is the number one man in Alpha King?
Well, I'm not going to stray from what I said from the start. It's the Rev, and that's who I'm going with.
Dumb.
Shut your mouth. Due to the total package that he is. Oh, roll your eyes. I'm sorry, I'm not putting you number one.
All right, we got wow, Justin, you're killing me tonight.
Oh,
Stacy Hunter. Stacy, save me. Who's your pick in the Alpha King division? Who you think is number one ranked in the Alpha Kings?
I think now we're looking at Brohemoth number one, Rev number two, and the whiny little bitch Justin Idol at number three.
Also dumb.
Okay.
Yes, I know you're
number
dumb.
three. I
think it's a fair assessment. You know, I mean, yeah, we talked about Brohemoth handling Vance Strader fairly easy, but Justin, a rookie, came very close to beating you, kid. So, yeah, okay. I can see that.
Lies.
Sniper, let's get your thoughts on it. Number one in the Alpha Kings.
I still go same with Bubba. I go with the Rev. I mean, he proved
come
himself.
on!
Justin, a rookie, like Paul said, almost beat you, and when he gets a chance, he will beat you because you're going to be looking over your shoulder because you don't know who's sending videos out. So, see, he's looking over at his yellow wall.
He's looking over his shoulder again as usual there. RPW, your thoughts on number one in the Alpha King division?
I'm having a really hard time with this one. Previously, I would have said the Rev. But after last week, watching Brohemoth, I don't know.
Before you go any further, remember, we have a long history together. We are bros.
We were bros. Remember that. We were bros. But with Brohemoth, the way he manhandled Vance Strader, and he did it with ease and a quickness, I mean, he's a top contender in my book. Him and Rev, neck and neck. I mean, you almost have to have that tiebreaker of a match to determine who is number one. So I'm kind of undecided at this point.
Okay, that's fair enough. I know I'm going to regret this one. Justin Idol, the Alpha Kings.
I said the Rev's not. No. That's why. No. Me. I was talking to somebody else. Me. I'm number one. Number one, without question.
Who's in your house? Who's in your house?
No, don't you worry.
He's talking to his cat.
Are you talking to Mr. Wink again?
That's where he gets all his information from.
I am, but he's a talking cat. Let's not forget. We talk. Go ahead, please say something.
Well, let's talk to the cat than you.
Say something.
Yeah, maybe we'll have the cat on next week.
No. What? Instead of me? Come back.
Better rating.
You scared him away. Obviously, I'm number one. I'm 1 through 3.
Okay. I knew I was going to regret that, but all right. Alpha Kings, as far as I'm concerned, I was the Rev, Brohemoth. The Rev impressed me with his win. I've been hard on the Rev since the beginning of Fight Underground. I've talked a lot about wanting to see a lot more substance out of him. Yes, he's a great talker, but I want to see what he does in the ring. He did impress me with his win over AJ Alexander. Brohemoth, on the other hand, took full advantage of that opportunity that I gave him last week with Vance Strader. He made quick work of Vance. And, I got to be honest with you, RPW, I'm kind of on the fence with you, man. I think they're kind of neck and neck right now. And I think that could be the contenders match there to see who would take over that number one position. Justin, I got to tell you, man, Zeke Mercer almost beating you. And kind of disappointed me. I expected a lot more out of you.
I don't know what match you were watching, but I kicked his ass. I mean, embarrassingly.
You won.
I'll be surprised if he even comes back. Let's be honest.
Barely.
I mean,
You won. You won. I'll give you that. You won. But I'll give you that.
I won the battle and the war and the fight. And he's filled with so much shame. We probably won't see him again. But come on. It's over. He's gone.
Okay, well, that remains to be seen, but we're going to move on into the duos division, our tag teams we call the duos division. We've seen the tag team matches that we've had so far. Justin, I'm going to go ahead and start with you on this one, and let's get your opinion on the duos division.
The duos division. Well, I am a very skilled tag team wrestler, as you all know. I've made a career at tag team wrestling. Far more knowledge than anyone else in here in this lovely chat of old council members. But Warhorse, oh man, everyone's going to say Warhorse, but I truly think the good guys are the number one pick because they are good guys. And they may have lost the match, okay? But when you're at the bottom, the only place left to go is to the top. And that's where they're going. And I think they have the heart, the drive, and some of the skills to make it to the top. But you know what would make them even better? You know how they can amp up those skills? Is if they choose me as their mentor. Good guys, let's do it. You and me. Mentorship. Sign up today. $20 for a shirt. One Cool Cat Forever on Gmail. Oh, wait, on Instagram.
Oh, wow. If nothing else, he's going to sell the shit out of those shirts tonight, at least try.
He'll try.
Not to mention the fact that, I think he's offered the entire roster a mentorship at this point. Sniper, let's move on to you now. Let's talk about the duos division. We've seen the matches. What do you think? Who would be
As Justin pointed out, yes, he was in tag team, but in my career, so was I. Warhorse, they came in, said they were going to be number one. They proved time and again each match they work well as a unit, and that's what you need as a tag team. You trust each other, and you just work like as they say, an oiled machine. And Warhorse is that oiled machine, and they just keep going. And Justin, nobody cares about what your mentorships or anything. So, or your shirts. Sorry.
How dare you?
Oh, I do.
I got nothing.
All right, Stacy Hunter, let's get your thoughts on the duos division.
Haas, without a doubt. I was really unimpressed with the good guys. I was even less impressed with their interview after the match. They said they basically weren't prepared, didn't do anything for it, so rank them at all. So it's definitely Warhorse number one for me.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Stace. Bubba Brewer, let's talk about the duos division.
Well, Paul, as I sit here and think, and I know the Warhorse are undefeated, no doubt. They are a massive tag team, but I honestly think if OSHA Inc. would have capitalized more on the leg, they could have had a big upset. Now, I know that team might be getting repackaged, but that's OSHA. I'm going to go off and say OSHA Inc. I'm going to take OSHA Inc. as my number one, even though they lost, because they were that close of upsetting Warhorse. Now, they have to get repackaged, they might get a new member. And if they do, I think they could capitalize this tag team division. So I'm going way off a tangent. I'm just playing Justin Idol, like going way out in the realm here. So that's what I'm going to go with. Even though Warhorses are undefeated, I think they could have been 1-1 if OSHA Inc. would have capitalized.
There's only one Justin Idol, my friend.
I don't want to be you. I just figured out in the realm of not making any sense when you talk. That's the kind of realm that people think I'm a little crazy when I picked OSHA Inc. And that's the only way that I can actually assimilate Justin Idol with crazy. The same. Thank you. Talk to your cat. Let's talk to your cat.
I may have to bring Mr. Wink in and get his opinion on this whole thing. So
he's definitely not picking his He's not picking the owner. He's not picking Justin. His own cat's going to pick somebody else.
All right, RPW, the duos division. Let's talk about it.
As you all know, I'm a tag team specialist. I've definitely made a career of tag team wrestling, collected gold all over. But I have to go with Warhorse because they're a well-oiled machine, like Sniper said. Power, the strength. I mean, the continuity of a tag team. I mean, that's the total package right there. I'm excited to see how far they're going to go, but I also want to see who can step up and dethrone them. I want to see a team that's equally as powerful to try to knock them off, give them their first loss.
Okay. Well, as everybody in the council knows, and most of our viewers, we've all been parts of tag teams in our career. Myself, probably one of the most successful tag teams in the tri-state area. National tag team gold as well as local tag team gold that my teams have achieved. So I think I got a little, not disparaging anything any of my other council members said, but I'm going to say right now, Warhorse, without a doubt. I mean, let's look at this. They're 2-0. Teams that they faced. OSHA, no more. The good guys, don't know if we'll even have them back after that. So Warhorse is standing at the top of the mountain right now, looking for someone to face. So I think as a council, we have the daunting task of finding some team out there that will contend with Warhorse. I am putting Warhorse at the top. If we had tag team champions to crown today, I would say they would be crowned the tag team champions as far as that goes. So that's our duos division. We're going to move on now into the Virago division, our women's division. We've had one match in the women's division so far, but we've talked in general about many of the ladies who are part of this division. So Stacy Hunter, you are probably the closest of all of us to our Viragos. So I'm going to start with you here. Let's get your thoughts on what we've seen and what we know we can see in that division.
I said it that day, and I've said it since then, and I will say it again. The ladies set the bar here in Fight Underground that day. What Ronnie and Scarlett did, I mean, it's hard to choose a number one between the two of them. They are both like right here tied right now. I mean, we still have a lot of women left in the Virago division yet to debut, but right now it's really hard to decide a number one. They're both number one, and I really think Ronnie's going to steamroll over the rest of the competition when they finally join in.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. RPW. The Viragos, we've seen one match. We've seen Ronnie, Nicole, and Scarlett, and we also know we have several other ladies waiting in the wings. Your thoughts on the Virago division and some rankings?
I'm going to echo pretty much the exact same thing that Stacy said, with the exception of I think Scarlett's going to steamroll through the Virago division. I think she has everything that to take it to the next level. I think she can run through all the competition and Fight Underground. So, yeah, again, I can't pick a number one, but I think with a rematch, I'm going to go with Scarlett as would be my close to number one.
Okay, thank you, RPW. Sniper, the Virago division. Let's get your thoughts.
I'm almost with both of them. The match was very good. It was up to the hype it was going to be. Also, I can't pick a clear number one, I mean, Ronnie Nicole's on the edge of being my pick, but I don't want to pick yet. Like Stacy said, there's still a lot of other women we haven't seen yet, and they could prove themselves to be set the bar even higher. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Okay, thank you, Sniper. Bubba Brewer, let's get you to weigh in on the Virago division.
This is probably the hardest one to actually pick, Paul. I'm going to say that match was phenomenal, and whoever wins that rematch will be my number one based on that. That rematch has to come. Both wrestlers are great, but that rematch, whoever wins that rematch, that is who I'm going with number one and forever. These other people that are coming in won't hold a candle to that number one after that rematch. So that's
all right, thank you. All right, thanks, Bubba. Justin Idol, the Virago division. What do you think, brother?
What I think is that Scarlett is terrifying. For those of you that haven't seen, and for those of you that have seen, yesterday, Sorgatron Media, Sorg. What is a Sorg anyway? I mean, what is that? Is that like a transformer? I don't know. But he posted a video to the Fight Underground social media, and me and Dylan Dean were trying to buy a car, and Scarlett popped up out of nowhere, scaring the bejesus out of us. I lost a little bit of respect for her. So my choice is Bing Bang, Ronnie Nicole. All the way! She's traveled the world. She's awesome. And she's traveled the world. Big Bang, Ronnie Nicole, number one.
And it's probably a good thing you were wearing dark-colored shorts, too.
That's very good. Yeah, because I blended into the background.
I was thinking about it for a little different reason, but okay, you can go with that.
Agree, disagree.
Okay, as usual. Unfortunately, though, I think I'm going to have to agree with Justin Idol. I have been a fan of Ronnie Nicole from day one. I said, in my mind, she could be the face of Fight Underground in all of our divisions as far as, talent and in-ring capability goes. I have had the pleasure of seeing most of the other women who are coming in, talking about people like Shauna Reed, Charlie Cool, the very young Tatiana Rose. So the Viragos right now, we've only seen one match. So, yeah, can number one be up in the air right now? Yeah, because we haven't seen all of the talent or as much of the talent in the Viragos as we've seen in the duos and the Alpha Kings. But my money has been from day one on Ronnie Nicole, and I think these other women are going to be great contenders. But I think at the end of the day, her experience, as Justin said, she's traveled the world. She's been to Japan. She's been all over the United States, trained by Lou Marconi. It doesn't get better than that, man. Ronnie is going to be very impressive in the weeks and months to come in Fight Underground as we move into further matches going down the road. Now we are going to blend into our headlock on setting segment of our show. And this week we are going to talk about Zach Thomas, the Man at War, Zach Thomas. He was in the Koger brothers originally in Rise Wrestling with Brandon Kay. So Rise Wrestling had a falling out with the Kogers. This man is one tough competitor. I can tell you right now from what I have seen of Zach Thomas, he is lights out when it comes to fighting ability. He has grappling ability. He is an all-around performer as far as the ring goes, and I think he is going to make a very good addition to our Alpha Kings. Justin Idol, I'm going to start out with you here right now and get your thoughts on young Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas, like I said, when we saw the video and now his announcement video that he is now going underground, he is just he's a heavy hitter, and I'm going to speak from personal experience. He is I mean, he's a tough man to read. When you're in the ring with him, you can't prepare for someone like Thomas. You just can't. He has the wrestling ability. He has the fighting ability. He has the mental game. He's got the whole package. That's really all I could say about it, because we haven't yet seen him in Fight Underground. I can't wait to see him. He should probably, if I had a choice for his first opponent, I don't know. I'd probably pick, maybe a young Zeke Mercer or something. I think it'd be a great match. Thomas versus Mercer. I think, Paul, you should make that match.
Yeah, well, Zeke almost beat you, so yeah, he'd have a shot at Zach.
Poppycosh.
Okay. What you said. RPW. Zach Thomas. Let's get your thoughts on him.
I've always been impressed by him. I've watched him a bunch of times in person. I've watched a lot of tapes, and he's a heavy hitter. I mean, you said it best. He's a heavy hitter. He's going to bring some pure wrestling to Fight Underground too. The guy can grapple with the best of them. I don't know who's going to be able to keep up with him, so I'm curious to see who his first opponent will be. Maybe give Brohemoth a shot. I don't know. Nice pound for pound, hard hitting match. I mean, that's always exciting.
Sure. That could be a very good hard hitting match without a doubt. Sniper, your thoughts? I'm going to get here right now on young Zach Thomas, and he has been. We just wrapped up Area 1, pretty much. We've seen a lot of matches. Area 2 will be coming soon for Fight Underground, and Zach Thomas will be appearing in Area 2 from what I am told. So let's get your thoughts on what you think about young Zach Thomas and where he may go here in Fight Underground.
What I've seen of him, and he, like RPW, even Justin said he's a hard hitter. I think that's what we need in the division right now, to give challenges like to Brohemoth, to Loss Prevention, and even to Justin. So I think he's going to be great for the roster. Who his first opponent might be? Maybe Paul should put against Justin, see if he can go 2-0.
Okay, well, hey, we got another vote for Justin Idol to get in the ring with another one of our top contenders here. So I may have to take these under advisement. Stacy Hunter, I'm going to bring you in right now and get your thoughts on Zach Thomas.
Well, this is another guy that I don't know too much about, but I'm excited to see him when he does come to the Underground. I definitely want to see him against somebody like Bro or somebody like Justin, just to see what he can do.
Justin, I think we're going to have to make this match happen, brother. I don't know. Bubba Brewer, weigh in on it.
Well, if I'm going to weigh in, Paul, I'm going to go unanimously like everybody else said. Mr. Zach Thomas could actually have that match with Justin. And I also like what Potter said about his grappling technique. And that right there could make him a difference maker in Fight Underground. So, yeah. So, Paul, if you could make that match with Justin and Zach, that could and also seeing him for real in live, because I watched a couple videos. So at the next show, seeing him live and seeing him in the ring, he could maybe inch up into that rankings, especially if you book him against Justin and he wins, which will probably be the case.
Okay, I think we may have a match for Area 2 here already signed from what we've got as far as the council goes tonight. So young Zach Thomas may be facing Justin Idol real soon if the council has their way, that's for sure. Right now I want to move. Oh, okay. I know. Justin, you might want to check behind you, man.
Come on, Paul! It's not funny.
You're too easy, brother. You're too easy. What can I say? All right. Last year, we're going to move into a preview. As we saw, like I said, we did not see the aftermath this past Wednesday. We were entertained by the Justin Idol Dylan Dean video instead, because at the end of the Underground Showdown, Brandon Kay decided to step up into the ring and throw out a challenge similar to the one I did earlier in Area 1. And he challenged Bro to step back into the ring against one of his brash young trainees, the great Alexander, who somehow found an invitation. I think it may have been laying in the parking lot. Somebody might have dropped it because I don't remember actually giving him one. But that is going to be the next Underground Showdown we see coming up here this week on our social media platforms. And Brohemoth has a chance to possibly go 2-0, or will we see the young brash great Alexander?
Oh, kitty.
How you doing, kiddo? She's deaf. She can't hear me. I'm sorry. I talked to her anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you okay, Justin?
It's a cat.
I'm sorry. Yeah. She's got personality. What can I say? But anyway, so will we see the young, brash, great Alexander do what he's been jawing about for all these months and be able to beat the Mountain Brohemoth? Or will Bro go 2-0? Since you were chiming in anyway, Justin, give us your thoughts.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about the cat.
Brohemoth, great Alexander.
Oh, yeah. Why did you give him an invitation? I don't even understand.
I'm telling you, I think he picked it up in the parking lot. Somebody must have dropped one.
That's just silly. I don't think someone dropped one. I don't know. I think it's comical. I just feel like you're feeding Brohemoth's ego. I just feel like you're just feeding him these little appetizers, these little meals, and you're just giving him these things, and he's gonna think he's better than he really is until he gets into the ring with somebody like me or something, and then and someone that puts him in this place. And I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I think, like I said last week about Vance, someone could really get hurt. The great Alexander could really get hurt. I don't know.
Keep in mind now, I did not make this match. Justin, I did not make this match. This was Brandon Kay, our other council member, Brandon Kay. Brandon trained Alexander, so maybe he's trying to teach the young man a lesson. We've heard him pop off about how spectacular he is and how Fight Underground needs the great Alexander. So could this be a lesson learned from his, from teacher to student? I guess we're going to find out. Sniper, what do you think about this?
Well, like the saying goes, I said it last week. It's put up or shut up time. Great Alexander, you're running your mouth a lot. Brandon Kay, I think, is going to teach you a lesson, but Brohemoth, at the end of the day, will be 2-0.
Okay. All right. Stacy Hunter, what do you think about this upcoming match Brandon Kay made?
I think it'll be very entertaining for us to watch because we all have been annoyed by the great Alexander. And I also think that Bro would be... I just completely lost my train of thought. I want to see Justin versus Brohemoth. Let's see what he can do with someone like Justin who's been in the ring for many, 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 many years.
I can't wrestle everyone, Stacy. I can't wrestle it.
Well,
all right. Bubba Brewer, what do you think about the upcoming match here?
Well, I'm not a big fan of Mr. Alexander, who actually cut some promos against the council members. So he gave me a little bad taste in my mouth. I'm happy that Brandon Kay made that match, and that match will be quicker than the first match we saw with Brohemoth. I don't think the great Alexander has what it takes to be in Fight Underground. And me personally, I'm kind of tired of these young guys shooting these promo videos and calling guys like us out. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't done anything. We still can do stuff if we need to, but they have no respect. And the respect he's going to get against Brohemoth will be 2-0, and it'll be real quick. So, great Alexander, if you're listening, you can cut all the promos you want, but I don't see victory in your fortune. I do not see it.
All right. Thank you, Bubba Brewer. RPW, give us your thoughts on this upcoming match this week.
I think we're going to see a new record in Fight Underground. It's the fastest match. I think he's going to get swallowed up by Brohemoth. I mean, it's painfully obvious that Brohemoth's a monster, and the Great Alexander doesn't have a chance. I'm sorry, he doesn't. Bro's going to end up 2-0.
All right, I think I have to echo those thoughts. I think what this is, as I've stated before, I think this is a statement by Brandon Kay to his young, brash student that, hey, kid, if you're going to shoot your mouth off, you're going to be tested, and you're going to be tested hard. So I believe at the end of the day, Brohemoth is probably going to be 2-0, and the Great Alexander may or may not make it to fight another day as far as Fight Underground goes. So we will see that coming up this week. So, and as I have stated before, that is the actual last matchup from Area 1 in Fight Underground that we will be presenting. Now, we have been diligently working on Area 2, and we are working on having more fights than we had during Area 1. Some council members are going to be a little more involved. We're going to have a unique feel to this that is going to be slightly different from Area 1. Again, Fight Underground, man, we're mobile. You never know where we're going to pop up. So these are being worked at behind the scenes right now as we speak. We have already seen some great matches during Area 1. We will have much more going on, more tag teams coming in. We have the Bitcoin boys who are out there. Arthur MacArthur and his partner in bulking season have laid claim to wanting to come into Area 2. So we're hoping to have them, the Rev, can he move on and continue his win streak? What about Brohemoth? Will he be, thanks, Justin. Will Brohemoth be 2-0 going into Area 2? And what about some of the guys who came up short during Area 1? Guys like AJ Alexander, young Zeke Mercer. He proved himself, I think, to be a solid contender in his match. What will the future hold for him? So this and many other questions will be answered upcoming as we move into Area 2 for Fight Underground in the upcoming weeks and months. So that is going to be it for this week. I want to thank all my council members once again for joining me. I want to thank the fans who joined us on our social media platform this week as well. Always welcome the comments, always welcome the insight from the fans to see how Fight Underground's doing in their eyes. Let it be known that we are working diligently behind the scenes to continue to bring as much great content to our fans on all our social media platforms that we can. Our views are going through the roof as usual. So once again, for myself, Paul Atlas, Fight Director, and the members of the Fight Council, I want to thank you all, and we will see you next week.